Yo, what's good? Today I want to bring you a video about 5 ways the police could be improved from GTA 5 and GTA 6. I think we can all agree that the police in GTA 5 are pretty dumb. The gameplay loop is always the same. The second you do something to get a wanted level, the cops know exactly where you are, chase you while you fight them off, you find somewhere to hide like behind a building, and they forget you exist. While this is obviously better than something like Cyberpunk where they just stand there and driving away is all you need to do, it still doesn't add much variety to that aspect of the game. And this is where I think GTA 6 could make a huge improvement. Really quick, before I get into it, huge shout out to Reddit user InterestingPost72 for their part in this video, and I'll link the Reddit post to where this was discussed in the description. But anyways, starting off, the first improvement is an update to how the police get information about a crime you committed with a witness system. Red Dead Redemption 2 had a witness system, and something similar could be implemented but with improvements. Essentially, everyone who saw you do a crime could be a witness, but the likelihood that it gets reported depends on how serious the crime was. For example, if you punch somebody, then it would be a lot less likely to get reported than if you robbed a gas station. Also, when there's a witness that appears to be getting ready to report you, you could stop them by bribing them, intimidating them, or physically confronting them. In addition to this, similar to in Red Dead 2, you could wear a mask to hide your face, so if you are reported, the cops wouldn't know your identity, only the crime that was committed. Up next, at number 4, is an improvement to how police investigate the crime. To make this aspect more realistic, rather than just knowing your location, cops would have to investigate the area for clues. Assuming you were reported while wearing a mask, the police could search for evidence to find who you are. Some things would provide more evidence than others, such as a stolen getaway vehicle would provide less evidence than fingerprints you left behind, which you could wear gloves to prevent. I think this would add to the immersion because you'd have to be more strategic in your playstyle, though it could potentially add too much to worry about in the game. Up next, at number 3, is an improvement to add more variation in how police search for you, assuming they know your identity. For example, rather than simply knowing where you are, the police would have to span out to search for you and use information they got from their investigation to track you down. Also, they could use police dogs to aid in their search, which could start to catch your scent and sniff you out the closer they got. Finally, the police could use manhunts to find you, such as broadcasting who you are to get tips called in, and the amount of people who could do so would depend on how serious your crime was and your wanted level. Similar to in Red Dead Redemption 2, you could end this manhunt by either paying the reward fine, turning yourself in, or laying low and waiting it out. Speaking of wanted levels, at number 2 is an improvement to how different wanted levels are handled. In GTA 5, regardless of your wanted level, cops always pull out their guns immediately. In GTA 6, there could possibly be more variety in how the police handle certain situations. For example, a 1-star wanted level could lead the police to apprehending you and forcing you to pay a fine. If you do not comply by running away, they could attempt to taser you and call for backup, raising your wanted level. With each escalation of your wanted level, the police could take increasingly drastic measures to capture or eventually kill you. Finally, at number 1 is an improvement specifically to police encounters once you are surrounded. In GTA 5, all you could do is shoot back and keep running. But in GTA 6, different options could be added, such as if your wanted level was below 3 stars, you could attempt to defuse the situation. In addition to this, it could take some time for your wanted level to increase. So if you had a 1-star wanted level and the police was going to just write you a fine, you could handle the officer and your wanted level would not immediately increase to a 3-star. Assuming your wanted level is 3 stars or more though, options such as the ability to take a hostage to leverage your situation and negotiate with the police could be added. These are just a few ideas that could improve the experience in GTA 6 when it releases in the future. But let me know what your thoughts are. Would some of these ideas be too much to account for, making the game too realistic and therefore frustrating? I could see both sides, but either way, I'm looking forward to see what Rockstar comes up with. But with that being said, if you liked the video then like it, and if you didn't, dislike it, and subscribe for daily GTA 6 content. Later.